BBL 851, turn right, heading 180. 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
German carrier Lufthansa have been by far the most vocal when it comes to the departure of certain aircraft across their entire group. They were also seemingly one of the first airlines in the industry more widely to properly make note of the aircraft that would be departing, with the retirement announcements coming in, you could argue, definitely an aggressive manner, with one after the other. Now, however, with the return of the aviation industry and passengers looking once again to travel, in addition, governments finally opening up borders, airlines are preparing for what their future will look like with regards to fleet. And for airlines like that of Lufthansa, decisions they made around a year ago are now being frowned upon by airline executives. According to the aero.de, with a link to their article in the description of this video, the Airbus A380 could be once again returning to their operations out of their Munich hub come next year, that being 2022. These would join up during the summer 2022 season only and would not be a permanent fixture within their operations. It would be a temporary return to help combat the seasonal demand to fly passengers in and out of Germany. Aero.de makes note the decision would simply mean that the reactivation of their A340-600s that was discussed here, you may recall on the channel a couple of weeks back, would not go ahead. Instead, 5 of the Airbus A380s would be rejoining their operations to operate on their popular long-haul routes. It's worth noting that once upon a time the airline had 14 of the Airbus A380s, and in the past year has moved from comments noting that they would be retiring only half of their fleet of the aircraft to then seeing all of them depart. Currently, we know that 6 of the Airbus A380s will be headed back to Airbus, and the remaining, which are currently in long-term storage in the desert, could of course be heading to the scrapyard, as the second-hand market for the Airbus A380 is basically non-existent. This comes especially after the retirement of the only second-hand Airbus A380 that operated with High Fly last year. While it's certainly tentative stages at the moment with discussions, their decision will have had thorough backing and proper analysis as well before a decision is made. I'd like to ask you though, what are your thoughts on seeing the Airbus A380s returning during the summer season of 2022 with the German carrier? Are you excited for it, or are you rather skeptical and think they'd be better suited reintroducing the A340-600s for these particular months, which may I add would not be a long period of time? Of course, what is also worth mentioning is the continued delay to the 777X program, and the arrival therefore throwing a spanner in their future fleet plans, which has kind of left them without enough aircraft, especially if the industry does return to pre-pandemic levels sooner rather than later. And I think while airlines will certainly feel the effects from a financial standpoint, the hope is that with the vaccination rollout in various different countries, people can get travelling again. And of course, if we take a look at the United States, we're seeing that happen tenfold. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do greatly appreciate the support, and I look forward to you joining me in the next video.